How are you? How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. Yeah, I had to go and get myself a nice cold drink. It's not as hot as it's been. However, the humidity to be up, so I'm feeling it. There's no um, so I said, let me make myself a little cold iced tea here, ginger, some cinnamon, and so forth. And it's actually from the garden. Yeah, it's the mint, uh, the orange mint, and some of the other mint. How are you? I see there's some people here already. I hope that all is well with you. Come on and join me in the chat. You're here with Catherine. My name is Catherine, and you're here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Come on, that's right. Grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. I'm feeling pretty good. Hi, Chloe. Oh, I feel a breeze. Chloe, Chloe, I feel a breeze. Ooh, it feels good. It feels good. Oh, short-lived, but it was good. Catherine's Garden and Home. Hi, how you doing? How's everything? Yes, we are just trying to adjust to this weather. We have not gotten rain in a long time. It's been weeks now. At least I think 2 weeks. We are in a drought situation, they say, and every now and then they say, well, we're going to get a thunderstorm or something, and you could see the clouds, hovering over, but nothing, no rain. It's really dire. I know that was good. Catch the breeze, Catherine. Yes. Ooh, I know. Come on, breeze. Come on back. Yeah, I kind of feel it now. It's hearing me. It's listening to me. The breeze is listening to me. But the sun is out. Well, there was a cloud just a while ago. The sun coming back, but where I am, the house is shading the deck, so it's not, and it's bearable. It's good. It's actually. Oh, I feel another breeze. Woo! Breeze. Hi, Rachel. I'm just catching a breeze. You can see I have on loose clothing here, so that it pass through. The breeze can pass through. But anyway, my lovelies, I am happy to say hello on this Wednesday. It is the last Wednesday in the month of July. Could you believe it? It is the last Wednesday. Oh, lovely. You need a nice big fan on the deck. I know what you mean. But it'll be too noisy. But yes, I know what you mean. Um, yeah, it's the last Wednesday, Rachel, in July already. Oh my goodness, this summer is just moving along. The weather, the year is just moving along. And I am just amazed at it. I can't believe it. I need to do my July garden tour. Yes, you do. You do. Um, I was so anticipating. Uh, my garden looks good. I can't say that it does not look good. However, it needs rain. Water is leaking. Am I there? I hope I'm not getting a connection problem. Anyway, so I'm so happy to be here with you all. Let me point out a bouquet. Yes, I started to cut flowers. I promised that I'm going to do cut flowers every time. A floral arrangement for you all every time we meet on Wednesdays. Well, the zinnias are now present. You see my zinnias? Yes. And they're getting larger. It's a bit choppy, but I think it's probably my internet. No, it's not. It was mine here. I don't know what happened. But anyway, I hope I'm back. I think I'm back. I think all is well. Yes, you are blurring. Okay, but I think it's restored now. Um, those are gorgeous. I just finally got my first zinnia blooming yesterday. Oh, good for you. We're just a little delayed, right, Rachel? Our gardens tend, because we're further north, we're a little more delayed with the um, blooming of different things. I believe like our friends in zones 8 and parts of 7 and even 9, 8, and 7, that their flowers and fruits and vegetables and everything fruit much more eat. I think they're like almost like 2 weeks ahead of us or so. And so right now we are now is our time to get the zinnias and zone 6 and zone 5. Let me introduce myself a little bit better. Hello to those who are new to the channel. My name is Catherine, and you're here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And here on Wednesdays, we come together to chat and to share and to have a good time, to laugh and sing, and to share our garden joys. So I'm so glad that you've come. My name is Catherine again, and I am in Zone 6 in the Boston area. And hello, Beverly. How are you? Hello, Darlene Brown. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Yes. Woo! Hello, Beverly. Good evening, Miss Catherine and gardening friends. Yay. Woo! My people are coming on. Yay. So it's so good to have you all here with me. Yes, so we're talking about the zinnias. Yes, these zinnias are in my garden. They're starting to flower. So to keep them blooming, you have to cut them, and so that they won't go to seed. So is for you all, and they're looking. Oh, help, Miss Catherine. Okay, thank you. How are you? Yeah, so I have the pink and the orange ones here, and then this is a this perennial that is growing. I think it's in the I forget which family. I never remember what it is, and I keep forgetting. I never realized you were in the Boston area. Lovely part of the country. Thank you, thank you. That's all in the chat. I'm listening. Well, that's good. So, Lynette, what can I use on my dahlias to encourage blooming? I planted 2 from Sam's. The pretty green. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, zones 7B, 8A. Well, they should come up. You need to fertilize. Fertilizing helps. So get some liquid fertilizer and fertilize them. And they probably need some food so that they will flower, Lynette. That will help. And then continue to water them. They need water. I don't know how your watering situation is there, and mulch them if you can. It would also help. But yeah, dahlias need a lot of food, fertilizer, plant food and fertilizer. But zinnias are real good. I think they're very durable. Zinnias tend to be, to me, more durable. Okay, more durable than a lot of the others. My dahlias are also coming up, and they're just starting to flower. I get so excited when I see one bloom, never mind 2 or 3. Right now, they are starting to bloom. But then there are some of them that have just been very slow in coming. And I think it's because of the lack of rain. Everything is slow growing this year, and the heat has really affected some of the plants. I think they're going through shock sometimes, because of the heat. So one of the things I wanted to just talk about, well, what can you do to combat that? Because I know many of you are experiencing some form of heat wave or drought. And so we need to make sure that our plants stay hydrated. Well, how can you do that? And is it too late to to capture them or help them to recover before they just wither away and die. And I remember it was sometime this week that I happened to look out the window, and these same dahlias, the same zinnias, looked like they were withering away and dying. The leaves were limp, everything was shriveled up. I went and I got the hose out and I started watering, but I didn't over water overhead. I watered the roots and really made sure that the water was getting to the roots. I let it stay there for a while, and I directed the hose at the soil, and then after a while they recovered. But you have to really monitor it, otherwise you can lose your crops. Now I find that in my garden there are parts of my garden that that are doing very well because of the fact that they don't get all the sun. They get partial sun and partial shade. You know? And then those parts of the garden where the planting is very tight, very close, that there's less chance of evaporation of the soil. And thankfully, um, mulching really makes a difference in this time, to make sure that you mulch well, and that will help to keep the moisture in the ground. So those are some of the things, and I wanted to just share some tips and things that I'm doing, but I want to know what you're doing too, also to keep things going. So how are your gardens growing? Come on, talk to me in the chat. What is growing? How many of you are growing zinnias? And how many of you have zinnias coming up? Are your zinnias coming up? Come on, put a yes, or give a hand wave or something in the chat. Let me know. Are your zinnias coming up? Are your zinnias coming up? Let me know. And what is great and hands? Thank you. Oh, yes, that's good. That's good, Lynette. Um, Let me know what you are growing and what's thriving in your garden right now, in spite of the heat. Yeah, so let's start on a positive note here. What in your garden is thriving right now in spite of the heat? What flower or vegetable is thriving? Yes, for zinnias. Yay, Beverly. Yes, Beverly. Yes. And I know you have an assortment. My zinnias are from my seeds that I saved last year, and also they're from the garden is fantastic. Oh, great, Rambo. Backyard is starting to take off this last week, so that's good. Wonderful. Have to keep them watered. Yes, you have to keep them watered. Yeah, so Rachel, yeah, zinnias are just starting to do their thing. Rachel, are you experiencing any of the heat wave that's going across the world? Have you experienced any of these hot days, hot temperatures? Um, Dahlias and gladiolas. Oh, Beverly, that's good. Your dahlias are doing well. That's nice. I'm in the process of redoing the front yard. I pulled half of it out and moved it around today. Wow. Yeah, peppers are thriving. That's good. That's good. Yes. What else? Name some vegetables that are thriving now. Come on, tell me. Are your peppers thriving? What else is thriving in your garden? Chloe, what's thriving in your garden? And all of those that are listening and watching, come on in the chat and let's have a conversation. Yes. Um, my black-eyed Susans and echinaceas are doing well. Good. Yes, and you know what, Lynette? Those are the black-eyed Susans and the echinacea. They are drought-tolerant plants. So that's really a good thing to be able to plant drought-tolerant plants for times like these, because we know in the summer that the heat is rising, and so the types of plants that you select will give you success, right? Yeah, and Chloe said roses, tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers. Wow, that's nice. Uh, Lysiantha started in January from seed indoors and now having buds. That's great, Beverly. Rambo says my zucchini. Rambo zucchini. Oh my goodness. I didn't show you all. I have, well, I did show you that last time. The zucchini that got so large that they were like clubs. My goodness, I had like 12 of them. I've already diced them up and put them in the freezer. But now they are re-blooming, and shooting up. And I'm trying to catch them before they get too large. But I'm telling you, those zucchinis. This is my year for zucchini. Zucchini, zucchini, zucchini. Yes. Oh yeah. My echinaceas are going crazy. Same with the Chasta daisy and calendar. Okay. Dula. Calendula. Yes. Calendula. I wonder why I pronounce it wrong all the time. Calendula. Yeah, my calendula. I've gotten some calendula going too. They're doing well. It's really doing well in my garden. Cosmos. I have some Cosmos. Hey, G, how are you, honey? Good to see you. Yeah. 12. Hello, everyone. Yes. Um, how are you doing? Now, I like what Chloe said. Roses, tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers. And yes, those, I had talked about vegetables in the title. Vegetables that are doing well in the garden. And here are some summer loving vegetables that we know that enjoy the heat. And one they is sweet potatoes. If you grow sweet potatoes, they are sun lovers. Okra loves the heat. Um, Bell peppers. Hey, Brooke, how are you? Vintage Gardner, New Jersey. Hi, Catherine. G-Mama, how you doing, sweetie? G-Mama, oh, you won't make me so happy for showing up. Yes. Hot peppers, eggplants, cucumbers, corn, squash, zucchini, tomatoes, and beans. Right. So I know we talked about this before, but really these plants, okra, and my okra wasn't. I moved my okra that I had in another section that was getting overcome by other stuff, and I moved them to another location. So I'm hoping that now with the heat and everything, that they will start to grow and grow rapidly. I'm hoping. Hey, Yummy, Yummy, how you doing? Peace to Yummy. Yay! Yammy's in the house. Yammy's in the house. How are you, sweetheart? You are one favorite person. Yummy is a good fan. Um, every time I put out a video, I know Yammy's gonna watch my video and give me a heart or something in the comment. I just love it. Yes. And so I'm encouraging the rest of you to leave something in the comment, okay? Just even if it's a couple of hearts or whatever, fine. So I know you all are watching, and I am bad at this to myself. So I'm talking to myself because I watch you all, too, but we need to help each other by leaving something in the comments. So that, yeah, you see how he has all those hearts? All of those hearts and stuff? That's exactly how it shows up. Makes me happy. And I don't know if Google recognizes them or what, but do. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, so how are you handling the summer heat wave? Um, the with the vegetables, there are 12 heat tolerant vegetable plants for summer garden. Okay, there's the sweet potatoes, okra, the bell peppers. Now, in the past, I've had great success with peppers. This year, I don't know what is happening to my pepper. A little rotten at the hey peeps, a little rotting at the bottom. But I'm hoping that for August, that I will gain a lot of peppers. I didn't plant hot pepper. I normally do jalapeno and so forth. I just planted like the banana peppers and the green peppers. Banana peppers are doing fine, fabulous, because every almost every day I'm able to pick some of them and add to the food, and it's just been so delicious. But I'm really looking forward to green peppers. I had a few green peppers that I cooked with, and it's nothing like fresh green peppers from the garden, picked directly. You know, the advantage that we have with growing our own food is that when you pick it, you get all of the full, rich taste. You're breaking up. And, oh no, sorry about that. You know what it is? I don't know what it is, but it seems like the internet is acting out. From my end, it looks pretty good. Or is it my connection? I'm not sure. From my end, it looks good, but earlier I had broken up a little bit. I don't know. But we're halfway through the hour, 21 minutes in. So let's hope that we can last for at least an hour all together, for another half an hour or so. So stick with me anyway. You can listen to me. Everyone's internet has acting up, not just you. Oh, really? It sounds like you're talking underwater. Really? Oh, no. Ah, everyone's internet is acting up? Oh, no. Oh, well. Hopefully you're getting something out of it. Anyway, it's just good to see you in the chat. Don't leave me. Hello, Catherine Garden Friends. Hi, Sonia. How are you? Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me anyway. Just take it out. Yes, here too. I'll fresh and come back. Okay, we're gonna refresh and come back. All right, Mama. Don't leave me though, people. Stay with me. Sonia, how are you? Good to have you here. Yes, so sweet potatoes, okras, bell peppers, hot peppers, eggplant, cucumber, corn, squash and zucchini, tomatoes, and beans. Sonia, ooh. Yeah, those are some of the vegetables. 12 heat-tolerant vegetable plants for summer garden. As I was saying, it's so good to be able to go into the garden and pick your vegetables. Not going anywhere. Good. Doing well. Thank you so much. That's nice, Sonia. Yes, Yummy. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, we're going to just spend a little time together. Sweet pepper, the okra, the bell peppers. Oh, that's what I'm telling you. This and getting the fresh veggies and adding them to the food. The flavor is so rich. Today I went and we bought some lettuce and spinach from the store, spring mix from the store, and the flavor, it's like eating, I don't know, paper, whatever. Because I'm so accustomed to the flavor from kale and my mustard greens and the other green leafy vegetables that I have, that is so full of flavor that it's hard for me to eat lettuce from the store. What about you all? Are you cooking your food? What are you doing with your foods? Are you canning them, cooking? What are you doing? Love mustard greens. You do? Yes. I'll be listening. Okay. But in the chat, are you all cooking? What are you cooking with your foods? Beverly? Cooking. Cooking. Yes. Sonia. Yes. You cooking and enjoying foods? What has the best flavor for you this year? What are you growing that has the best flavor as far as vegetables? Any good veggies there that you could recommend? Let me know in the chat. Anyway, my tomatoes are just starting to pop up and to ripen. I have a whole lot of the Sweet 100 tomatoes, and some of the other tomatoes are starting to gold tomatoes. Oh, vintage. That's good. I'm harvesting ground cherries, and they're delicious. Woohoo! mama. Snacking in the garden so far. Ha ha ha, not enough to can. Yes, but you know what, Michelle, that's okay. Cooking and sauteing string beans and beets. Woo, Beverly, yes. I am joining you all in all of that. It sounds good. We're eating good, people. We're eating good. Yes, because I put, and I understand what you say, Ray. Potatoes. I haven't checked my potatoes yet. But you know what, Rachel, I understand what you mean. That this year though, it's not bountiful. I mean, it's enough for the meal for the day. It's like I'm going out and I'm picking enough there for the meal for today, and sharing it with my family, and they're loving it. My husband and my daughter, they're loving the fresh veggies that I'm harvesting, and they look forward to the harvest from the garden. Now, the only thing that I have a lot of is the zucchini, and I've already diced them up and put them away in the freezer. So I'm starting to harvest that. Are you seeing me? Am I in? Yeah, I might be a little blurry right now. I think it's just there. But anyway, um, so that's that. Let me get to the other part of this while I still have you. Um, so the other topic, or part of the topic that I want to address is this. How are you handling the summer heat wave? How are you handling the summer heat wave? And on my community tab, I put out a survey. So at the end of this, our time together, look for the survey and just hit the survey. Treasure Woman, how are you? Hello. Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Thank you for stopping in. Um, but check that out. Check out the survey and put down what you were doing. Yeah, sifting some soil and more. How are you? Hello. Good to have you. How are you? So, so far, for those who just came on, we were talking about heat tolerant vegetable plants for summer garden. Heat tolerant vegetable plants for summer garden. And some of us are growing sweet potatoes, okra, bell peppers, hot peppers, plants, cucumbers. Are you having success with your cucumbers? Are you having success? I hope everything's. I hope the chicks can get some cucumbers. I'm starting to get some cucumbers, and that's great because now I have cucumbers to put in my salads with the tomatoes, those beautiful cherry tomatoes, my little sweet 100s. Um, Hi, Mona and more. Yes, cucumbers are now showing. Yes, yeah, and I love the pickling, the national pickling cucumbers from my Dollar Tree store seeds. They are so delicious. I love them. It's just enough, you know. It's just enough. Potatoes are doing great. You have potatoes? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I didn't. I have to figure out when I'm going to um, check for potatoes, but I'm just leaving them there for now. Um, Corn. No cucumbers yet for me this season. Last season they were overflowing my basket. Oh yeah, you know, isn't it amazing? Some seasons they are more than others. You know, like this year is zucchini. Zucchini, zucchini, zucchini. Last year, what was it? I think the peppers. Was it the peppers? Tomatoes. Either one of them, either the peppers or tomatoes were in abundance. A year before that, I think it's more like the eggplants. I had a lot of eggplants and so forth. It just seems like this year's the particular vegetables do very well. You have over abundance of them, but some of the vegetables um, don't seem to catch. But I think this year already my patty pan, people, my patty pans are growing. I saw one of them, yes, so far, and I'm waiting for it to get a nice big size so that I can pick it and eat it. The patty pan, and the patty pan, Sonia, is from the seeds. The patty pan seeds, yes, from last year, and so it is growing. It is so exciting. And then I bought some porcelain pumpkin um, plants or seeds from Burpee. I think it was Burpee or Johnny's. From Johnny's. I harvested my first white patty pan squash. You did, Vintage. Now, Vintage Gardener, Brooke, you need to speed up with your videos. I watched your last video. I saw you put your vegetable garden together. I think you're into June now, which is good. And that was nice. That was smart that you put down the layer of butcher paper or the paper, and then you're going to mulch on top of that with the wood chips. That is smart, because now with the heat, that is one of the things that a way to handle the heat. Because how are you handling the summer heat wave with your vegetables? And the first thing that I have down here is to mulch. Mulch protects the roots and base of the plant. So if you mulch well from the beginning with wood chips or with compost or with some form of covering, is contractor paper. Yes, the contractor paper. Yeah, the brown paper. I couldn't remember which one it was. Yes, that it will pay off, because now with the heat you're keeping in the moisture. And the other thing is for your flowers, when you're laying, if you did the no dig method, this is when we benefit. The no dig method. If you in the spring lay down your paper, your paper or cardboard, and then put the compost on top or the mulch, your plants and vegetables will benefit. You don't have to water as much, and the soil will be able to retain the moisture. Yes, and so that is something to consider, definitely for next year, because I think seasons are changing. It's through climate change and so forth, that our summers are getting hotter. So we have to start thinking, even when we're starting to plan next year's garden, next year, that we make sure that we mulch either with the cardboard, mulch with wood chips, mulch with whatever you have, grass clippings or whatever, and really enrich your soil so that your vegetables and plants can withstand this heat and maintain the moisture. I found that the plants and areas that I did use the compost that I bought, that they actually are doing well. I don't have to worry so much about watering them. I mean, it's very dry here, almost drought-like. So, but when they do get wet, when they do receive the moisture, it holds the moisture longer. Yes, leaves. Yes, Beverly. Save your leaves. I don't get to respond, but I tried to plant from seed. It all failed, but the turnips grew but flowered. I want to try for the fall. What are good veggies to try? Yeah, for the fall, you don't want to put anything, Darlene, right now in the ground, because the fall plants if you're going to do your fall planting, start your seeds indoors away from the heat. And when the temperatures get cooler, then you could take them out and put them into the garden. So all of the vegetables that you planted um, in the spring, like beets and kale and cabbage, your brassicas, um, what else? We talked a lot about that last week. Um, those your squashes and so forth, you could put them in. um, I'm looking. Yeah, so we're going to talk some more about the fall garden, so stay tuned because we're going to be talking about that some more. But yes, like your beets, your kale, your lettuce, and things like that. That's good for the fall. Um, and you have to determine how many days out that you have. And some of these vegetables can take a light frost. But then you also have to think of protection. How can you protect them? So you may want to get a row cover or something to keep the heat in now versus protecting them from other things. But I'm glad that you tried. And it's not too late to even, um, you could still plant some things in containers and then be able to put them Zone 7. Okay, so you have time. You can still plant some cucumbers and just try again. But this time you may want to put it in in containers, and then that way you can move the containers around. Because so if it's too hot, where a specific location is, you can put it into the shade so that it doesn't wither away. And keep it close so that you can water it and monitor it. Now, I find that the plants that I have on the deck, they're doing well because I see them and I around them. And so as soon as they start to wilt, I have the watering can out and I'm watering them. I'm shifting them, like my basil, in different parts. Yes, I started lettuce and spinach in containers. Lovely flowers. Thank you, Treasure Woman. Yeah, this is my from my cut garden that we had planned earlier in the spring when we were planning our gardens. We were talking about starting my journal. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I've been working in the journal, and we started in the spring just being intentional about our gardening, and we had listed that we wanted to have a cut flower garden. Right here, listings what I wanted, the color schemes, the location, the different types, and being very, very intentional. You know, also, darling, with planting and so forth and gardening, it is also trying. So, no matter how much experience you have, we're all still experimenting. And with gardening, you have to be willing to have some ups and some downs, okay? But don't give up. It is all in the process as well. And you learn and grow and become a better person for it. Yes, gardeners are nice people. Yes, they're more patient. They're much more relaxed. So it will just help your psyche. If anything else, you just feel much more calmer, less stressed, more relaxed. So there are benefits to it. As well as getting a harvest, there is also just a lot that you gain in the process. It keeps you focused. It keeps you hopeful. It helps you to think past the present into the future. Monica, hi Catherine and everyone in the chat. How are you, Monica? How are you? So good to have you. Yeah, so don't give up, people. Don't give up. Be intentional. Start to think intentionally. What do you want to put in that is so encouraging. Welcome, darling. Yeah, gardeners are the best. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Monica. Yeah, we're joyful people. We're happy people. And we like to see things grow. There's something about wanting to see things grow. I'm well and you. That's Monica's doing well. And so stay on the it's like staying on the positive side of life, right? So the vegetables, the bonus that we get is that we get the flowers. When you start to see your flowers blooming, and when you start to taste your first tomato, when you pick your first pepper, or you see those zucchinis flowering, or you see the apples coming and developing on your tree, your apple tree, it just the anticipation and the excitement to see that I can grow something. It does something for you, and the bonus is when you get the results like this. So enjoy the process of gardening. Enjoy it, because there are going to be factors that come up like heat. I expected us to get at least 2 days of rain for the week, and then I would substitute it with some of the water from the municipality. Um, but I expected Mother Nature to water the garden, and we haven't rained in a while. So this is like conditions, and I didn't anticipate that. I expected there to be a lot more complain, because my garden is to do something. And so every pepper I pick and bite into, and I could taste the freshness. I'm excited. I'm excited to see my one apple on my tree. Yes, it is exciting. I have one apple on my tree too. I you know I have 2 Asian apples that are growing. My peaches are there, but they're all screwed up. I don't know what happened to the peaches. But anyway, yes, you get excited about these little things. And other people will wonder, well, why are you so excited about that? It's because you know what effort you put into it and what is happening. Betty Johnson, hi, how are you, Betty? So good to have you coming on here with us. Yeah, so like here, I had planted my herbal kitchen garden for the summer. It looks like this. It looks like this. In other words, I have the carrots and the turnips and the beets, and actually able to pull some of the beets, small, and eat them. The string beans, I've been pulling string beans and eating string beans almost every single day. Um, I didn't plant the okra yet, but I did plant the eggplants. My eggplants are getting larger and starting to show little fruit coming on. The cabbage is there. I have rosemary. The tomatoes are growing. And some of the things, like marigolds, I had planted marigolds, but I don't see the marigolds. But I have these flowers instead that are there. And I also have my bee balm. So you learn to appreciate your garden as you go along. Now, I don't want to forget what I was telling you all. How to handle the heat, because the time is moving quickly here. How are you handling the summer heat wave? How are you handling the summer heat wave? That's the question. And the first, I mentioned mulching. So mulch protects the roots and base of your plants. So it's not too late to mulch. If you are cutting your grass, if you have any grass to use the grass clippings to cover. If you have even paper bags, here in Boston, they ban the plastic, and they are making us buy recyclable paper bags, and using that as mulch to cover certain areas to keep the moisture in. So it's not too late to do that, to use paper bags. Brooke is using the construction paper, which also is good as well. Heat tolerant vegetable. Okay, and then the other thing is what? Keep your plants well watered. Okay, so some hints on watering. Avoid watering in the middle of heat, because the water is going to evaporate. But rather, if you're going to water your plants, water them early in the morning before the heat of the sun. Water them, and try to aim your watering at the roots, at the base of your plants, where the root balls, because you want it to soak in. And or water in the evenings. Watering in the evenings also will help your plants, but also be careful for mold and mildew. Make sure that you are watering the roots. And because it's so hot anyway, I'm sure that the water will evaporate from the leaves. Water your plants either early in the morning or in the evening, not during noonday heat, because you'll be losing your thing. Yes, or I use drip irrigation. That's what Brooke says. Yes, for those of you who drip irrigation, that is the best thing, especially if your climate is very warm. If you're in the zones and areas where it is very warm, I would recommend the drip irrigation. See, I've been spoiled. I've been used to getting rain here in the Northeast at least twice or times a week. So I never felt pressure or need to do drip irrigation. So what we do is we water in the morning and we water at night. And my garden is looking fairly good. I look and I see my neighbors and their lawns are brown and everything's really dry and parched. But our garden is holding really well because one, we mulched, we bought compost, and we made sure that the earth is covered where the plants are, and we water in the morning and in the evening. I have had water in the morning and since the sun. Yeah. So you have to be diligent and know that you really want this. If you want it, you're going to have to work for it with the watering. Unless you have a irrigation system and you have a timer in which it sends out water at certain times. And yes, you're going to have a water bill. I've already decided in my head that I'm going to have a water bill, but then in the winter I don't have a water bill. So I mean, I have a water bill, but not such a large water bill. So I figure for the year it all pans out, you know. And what do I really want? What do I really want? The joy of my garden? Do I want to, or do I want to see my garden wither away to nothing? Thankfully, I have well water, so no water bill for me. Good for you, Brooke. You're in good position. Yes, if you have well water, that's even better. Good for you. Good for you. And so that you don't have that problem. But for those of us who are in the city and who don't have wells and have to pay the water and sewer, we want to be wise too, but we also want to enjoy our gardens. So the first thing is focus on plants that love the heat. And we kind of touched on that also. Selecting plants that love the heat. So when you're planning for next year, and this is kind of like planning for next year, if you see plants like black-eyed Susans, echinacea, those kind of plants that like drought-tolerant plants, you want to try them. Try to do the morning, but find if you do in the evening, the plants have time to drink it up and recover before the heat hits again. So it just depends if I have too. Yes, that's a good point. And because my husband has been doing the water and he seems to enjoy it, and I think he cools him off. He likes to water at night, and I think, or in the evening. So and it's true in the morning when I get up, and because I'm a morning riser, when I get up early in the morning, everything looks so healthy and alive, like if it rained last night. So I think that also helped the garden to stay at its peak or close to, and it's helped to handle the heat. Keep plants watered. Number 3, make sure your soil has a good level of organic matter. Well, we just talked about that, having the compost and everything, and keeping your soil healthy. And you may have to buy some for those plants that you really love. I think to be a little bit more strategic, and those plants that you really love, that you don't want anything to happen to them, you don't want them to wither away, that you may want to give them a little loving care by giving them some more organic matter, buying a some more compost in the bags and just cover, laying down the paper, the cardboard, whatever, around the roots, and then putting some of those wood chips or compost on it, just to keep the moisture in the ground. So keep your soil covered with mulch. Give your plants some shade. That's the other thing. Give your plants some shade. Now, some of you, if you don't have a lot of shade trees around you and so forth, you can get some shade cloth. I don't know if any of you watch Linda Vatar, Linda Vatar, I think her name is, and she's in Oklahoma, and she's had 100-degree temperatures there. And so she got a shade cloth, or like a shade cover, and she put some poles down and covered her garden. Now, she also has a lot of wind. So what happened was that the wind knocked it down. Then she got, you watched Linda? Yes. She got some bungee cords, and she connected it and created a canopy for her garden. I thought that was very clever. And so something like that, you could cover your plants or create some kind of shaded area, especially if you have plants that you can put. She got it from Amazon. Yes, that you can cover your plants and create your own little shade area for those plants that you know really cannot handle the heat. So, and then give plants some shade. Plant for the future near partial shade. So like there are some plants like your cabbages and your beets and things like that that cannot really handle a lot of sun. So think about planting where they get partial, part sun, part shade. Like they may get sun in the morning, shade in the afternoon, and sun in the evening, or something like that. So think about where you're planting your vegetables, and look at how the sun is traveling in your garden, and determine what plants can handle intense sun and which plants cannot handle intense sun. And it's amazing that I found that, like for tomatoes, for some tomatoes love heat, but yet if it's too hot, the blossoms fall off and they don't fruit. So you want to make sure that you give them some kind of reprieve, especially when you're talking about 100-degree temps that's so hot. You want to be aware of that. So the other thing is that they said, like, avoid surrounding your garden beds with crushed stone, brick, and concrete paths. And the reason why you want to be careful with the crushed stone, brick, or concrete paths with your plants is because they retain heat. And so from the sun up above, and then the heat from your concrete down below, the plants are getting too much heat, and the moisture is evaporating. So you want to think about mulching with more organic materials that are more cool in nature. 8, when planting, direct sowing seeds. Okay, so for those of us who want to start to do fall gardening or planting directly into the ground right now, make sure that you wet your ground first. Make sure, if you know you're going to plant some seeds now in the ground, direct sowing, make sure that you wet that ground overnight. Cover it, wet it down, making sure that you give it enough moisture. All right, and then plant your seeds, and wet it down really well. Okay, that way the ground would be. You don't want to plant seeds in dry ground. They're not going to grow. Do not plant seeds in dry ground. All right, make sure that your soil, your ground is wet, moist, and ready to receive the seed. For those of you who are be doing direct sowing for the fall garden. All right, and they will respond right away because the ground is warm and the ground is moist. So you'll get quick germination. And I can say that for a fact because I planted some butternut squash seeds recently. Do mostly containers because of space. Yes, good. Um, yeah, and I think container gardening is a good thing to go. I know G Mama, she's a container gardener, and for those that are still experimenting and want to have a little bit more control over their gardening, container gardening is a good thing. Just make sure that the container is large enough so that you don't have to water too frequently. So you want to get good sized containers as well, and that will help you in um, to water as frequently. The other thing with containers I was thinking of is that when you have a container, now's a good time to put a saucer container to capture the water because it won't get waterlogged because of the fact that it's evaporating so quickly. So when you water, and even watering from the bottom, allowing the water uh, move up. So if you put some watering it in and it's down there, it's almost like creating like a reservoir of water for your container gardens, your containers. Okay, am I being clear? You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So when you have a saucer, right? What it does is it captures the water so you don't lose the water, and because it's hot, the plant will be able to, when it dries up from the top, that the water will move up. The plants will get roots will the root of the plants will find the water. Okay, so have a saucer. Get a saucer. Plant saucers help a lot. Yes. Get a saucer for your container garden. So that way you don't have to water so frequently, and then also the plants won't dry out. Okay? That's for our container gardeners. So and the other thing is to keep ripe fruit well picked to reduce heat and water stress on the plants. So for those of you who are growing cucumbers and tomatoes, don't be afraid to harvest your fruits right away. As soon as you see them ripening, harvest right away because you don't want to stress them out. And even when your tomatoes start to turn a little pink, it's okay to harvest them a little bit earlier. I know some people like that to get really red on the vine, but you don't want it to stress your plants out. So as soon as you let them get red enough, or just pink, and start to turn red, you can also put the tomatoes on your kitchen counter, and they will ripen really quick. They will continue to ripen. Cucumbers, which soak up a lot of moisture too. Don't let them get over ripened. Make sure that you are harvesting your cucumbers and your peppers and your eggplants and your watermelons and all those other good stuff that you have. Make sure that you are taking advantage of your harvest and not allowing them to wither away and spoil, right? Because that's what could happen. Keep weeding your garden because the weeds steal the water and nutrients, so that you want to keep on top of the weeding. Shade out the crop. And the other thing is that I like to plant really close. Um, in my kitchen area, everything is very close. I found that because of that, the ground does not get dry. And over there by the kitchen garden area, it's always green, and greens are doing well. And they're partly also the ground is moist. It harvests regularly every single day. So don't be afraid to plant close to one another, unless you're going to mulch the ground. Don't be afraid um, to you know to plant close. Um, it's okay. As you are harvesting them, you'll be weeding them out, you'll be thinning them out, right? So it'll all work out. Cover the ground and have less exposed ground. Ground wants to be covered, so make sure that you keep it covered. All right, so that's it. Covered everything. Yay! Woo! Did you learn anything? Did I give you any good advice? Come on, put in the chat what you liked, what you're going to try out, or what did you learn, or let me know that I'm doing a good job. Put in the chat what you liked that I said, and if you like the flowers. Come on, what happened to everybody? I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking. Come on, talk back to me. Chat with me while I take a sip. Hello. Yeah. Here, that's good. Did anything that I suggest help you, encourage you? You can put down in the chat. Is there anything that was said that you're gonna try out in your garden for this to help you to bear and make it through this heat wave? Yes. Yes, Darlene said yes. Good. Oh, and I'm going to plant closer. I noticed that in your garden. Yes. Okay, Monica. Love the flowers. Thank you, darling. Yes, the back trick. Yes. Mulching for the planting. Good, 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 good. Good, good. I'm glad. That makes me happy. Thank you for those who commented. Enjoy your flowers. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, continue to harvest. Now with the flowers and floral arrangement, I also picked some of the euonymus. This is variegated euonymus, a shrub in my garden, and so I've used some of this shrub to add as a filler and to add some bulk to it and add some more color. So because I loved how it looks with this. Up now to get ready for fall planting. Good, good. And yeah, and be excited about fall planting. That's one of the things that we want to do is just plant, just plant, just plant. And uh, be willing to experiment, see what will grow and how well it will grow. And now that we know the power of winter sowing through the bottles and by protecting, creating some kind of canopy for them, that you can have vegetables, you can have fresh vegetables all the way through into some of the winter months, definitely into November. Like yeah, that is a pretty shrub. Does it flower? No, it doesn't flower. It's called euonymus, and no, it does not flower. But it grows really big, and it adds color. It's not deciduous. It's the other thing. It retains its leaves during the winter time as well, so it gives me some winter interest. The floral is very pretty. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. So this is the shrub. This is perennial. That comes out every year. This one is perennial. Then these are zinnia seeds. These are annuals. I planted by seed, and I don't think it's too late to plant zinnia seeds. I think that they will come up quickly. You'll just have flowers more into the fall. Hopefully before the first frost, you'll have some flowers that you can you'll be able to cut to have a bouquet. So try them. Who knows? The way that things are going, it seems like it's staying warm. Do you think so? That it's staying warmer longer? I think that it's before it used to really get cold by November, but I think that we don't really get snow until deep into December, and then into January. January it's cold. Uh, February, and then sometimes you'll have those late surprising snowstorms and or frosts. But it seems like it's warmer. You know, the global changing. It's just so I think that we have um, more growing season. I think that the growing season is being extended for us. So I wouldn't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try planting things now and getting ready for that fall garden and fall planting. And we're going to talk more about that as we go along. Start to gather some seeds. You might want to check out the cattle. Beverly, oh Beverly, I give you permission to go ahead and pull out your catalog and order your seeds. Go ahead, do it, sweetie. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm being a bad influence. Well, go ahead. Get out the catalog and buy some seeds, people. Yes, go ahead, do it, do it. And get ready for your fall garden. You know what? It's amazing because I was looking at the piece catalog from the spring. I was doing some cleaning, and I saw those burpee seed catalogs. I was like, oh my goodness. Then Laura from Garden Answer, she had all these seeds out. I have too many seeds to be ordering any this year. You do? Oh, okay. Well, I know you'll be tempted. Maybe there's something new, something you don't have. Anyway, yeah, but for those of us who don't have, let us gather some seeds. That's something to start thinking about too, with all that's happening, to keep us a seed stash, a seed supply. You know, just teasing you. You're such an inspiration. Because I know I'm talking to myself too. I need to go and get a couple more seeds too, and invest in the seeds, because it's better to be prepared. It's better to have too many seeds than not to have any seeds and not enough to plant. And start thinking about what you want to plant next year. And if you can get your seeds now, get it. Lol, I have more seeds than I can handle. Sifting some soil and more. You do? I just harvest some poppy seeds from my garden. Yes. Hi, Sonia. Monica saying hi to you, Sonia. Yes, thank you for reminding me on that, Beverly, that we need to start saving our seeds. If you can. You know, the calendula, my calendula had are seeding. Me too, sifting some soil. They're seeding. And so I saw the seeds and I said, I should save these seeds. And what I did was I grabbed the seeds and I threw them back into the garden. But that is really a good idea, to start saving seeds. Things that are going to seed, save them, and get organized with that. Get the stuff that you need so that when it does happen, you'll be prepared. I also saved impatient seeds from the first time. You did. Wow, you sound like Brian Gardner. You sound like Rachel with seed saving. Where's that Rachel? Rachel, where are you? And her seed saving self. Oop. All right. Well, we're coming down to it. My phone is telling me that our time is just about up. I just got a notice. I don't want to run out of battery, but I'm pretty much finished. And continue to. Does anyone know how Deborah's doing? I miss Deborah. Deborah's missing. She's not here. So remember Deborah and any others that usually are here with us. I sent hello to you if you are watching the replay. Hope all is well with you and stay encouraged. Continue to sow. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Yes. And for those of you who have your journal, I did bring out my crayons because in these hot days, and it's too hot to go out, if you have your journal, now's a good time to get out your coloring, get out your crayons and your coloring, and just relax, sip some tea, some iced tea, and start to color. Just color. Yes, and dream. Yeah. As you sit and watch. Can you see me coloring? Yes. Start to color, relax, and dream. Yeah. So if you have your journal or even just a piece of paper, and this is something that's relaxing too, start to sketch out and dream and be intentional about your garden. Get out your crayons and color in your journal. Yes. And also, if you are following along in the journal, this is your tea time. Tea time also. So sit down with a cup of iced tea or beverage of your choice and sip, relax, and enjoy the experience. It's nice and cool. It's actually wonderful out here right now. The sun is going down. It's nice and cool out with my flowers, my tea, iced tea, and lemon, and I have a cinnamon stick there too. Yeah, feel the warmth, feel the joy. I picked up my knitting needles, believe it or not, finishing up a cardigan for winter. You did, Beverly? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, so don't go out in the heat at 12 noon or wait till the evening and sit and relax in your garden and experience the breeze and experience the atmosphere. Enjoy the flowers and enjoy your time in your garden. Yes, and dream. Dream about tomorrow. Eden Jeffers says, I love these live streams. You brighten all our days. I do, Eden. You all brighten my day too. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling the vibes here. This is just, it feels good. I'm just feeling the joy. I hope you're feeling my joy too. That's good. Thank you for that feedback. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so enjoy your tea. Enjoy your time. Relax. Oh, it feels so good right here. Oh my. I'm feeling so good. It does feel nice. And I love these colors of my zinnias. I'm just enjoying it. So feel the warmth, feeling that this is coming to pass. Your dream garden is here. It's here. And look, the other thing is we've got to look for the positive things in life. Dwell on the positive. There's so much negative going on already that it's easy to find the negative. Well, be intentional and look for the happy things. These flowers are making me extremely happy. Yes, that it came to pass. The more that I think about it, my garden has come to pass. It's making me happy. Yes. Do you have an email where we can share garden pictures? I sent you a picture on Instagram. It doesn't look like you use it that often. Yeah, I have not been good with that. But yes, I do have an email. If you go to my website, which is Catherine's Garden Home, I haven't been going to my garden, to my website like I'm supposed to. But if you go to the channel, right? And on the channel bar, if you click it, you'll get to the website, Catherine's Garden Home LWS. at Weebly, weebly.com, and there's a contact. Yes, and you can send it to me, and I need to be back. Yes, and you send me your pictures, and yeah, so it's Catherine's Garden and Home, LWS on the YouTube, but then the website is there. And send me your pictures. And yes, I have to organize and put our pictures together, because there we've been sharing them, collaging them, and putting them together. I was much better with that in the spring, I think, during rose season. But I'm gonna have to get back to it. Yes, I've just been a lot of kind of busy. But yes, I want us to show our joy. And yes, thank you for reminding me, Eden or Betty, that I need to get with it with my website and sharing our space. Because there on the website, I have a place for pictures. And I know Sonia sent me sent me a picture not too long ago, and Beverly also, not Beverly, Deborah has sent me some pictures. But yes, I'm going to open it up again. Yeah. So send it, and I do check that email. So send it, and I will download it and put it together. And I need to get back on my website. Yay! Thank you for the inspiration. Yes, I did too. You did too, Beverly. Yes. Thank you for the inspiration. Yes, we got to get back to the pics. Yes, so send your pictures, and that will force me to get back to my website and update it and get things going. Good. That can help me. That would be nice. Thank you. Thank you, Betty. So go to the channel page, and click on the website. You might have to do this on your laptop, and click on the website, and it will come up. And there in the website it says contact me. You can contact me. All right, in the email. And I usually have the email also in I have the information. I think it's in the description as well. So check the description when this is over. Check the description, and the information should be there too for the website. All right? Well, that is it. Before this phone decides to die on me, I want to thank everyone. You know what? I think I'm going to send you all an email. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to send you an email, and send me pictures. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, so if I have your email address, if you're part of my email community, then and part of the email list, then you will get that information. If not, you can go to the website, send me an email through the contact, and then I'll put you on the email list too, so that you can get emails whenever I send them out. And hopefully I'll be more consistent. But anyway, yes, Monica, have a wonderful evening, Captain, and everyone. Good night. Good night to all of you, because I am rambling. Yes. And Brooke, if you're still there, could you please show us your garden? It is starting to come alive, and I've been looking for it. So Brooke, everybody, if you have not signed a Vintage Gardener, in New Jersey, yeah, I'm still here. Vintage Gardener. And yes, Brooke, please, come on. I've been watching. I've seen your vegetable garden. You put it together. Okay, what's next? What's happening? I'm so proud of you. You put up the fountain. I was so excited when I saw the fountain. And then oops, I better hurry up. And then you turned the camera so that we could see the fountain. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. You guys, she has a big, beautiful fountain in the front of her house. And she has all this land. And I'm dreaming with you, girl. Brooke, I'm dreaming with you. Make it happen. Yes. Yes, Sonia, thank you. Blessings, everyone. Blessings, everyone. Have a good night and stay gardening until time. Yes. As we Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right, by eating. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Uh-huh. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Good night. Darlene, bye. Yes, it's nice. Yes. Brooke, bye. G Mama, Rachel, uh, Yami, bye, my sweet. Yes. Sonia, yes. Sifting some soil and more. See you next time. Bye. Yes, thank you all. Catherine's Garden and Home. Eden, thank you for joining us. Monica, Chloe, Sonia, girl, love you. Yes, thank you all. Catherine's Garden and Home. Uh-huh. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Have a good night, everybody. Deborah, if you listen, I hope all is well with you. Beverly, love you, sweetness. Thank you all. Yes, if I missed your name, Lynette, Monica, Chloe, yes. Have a good night. Thank you all for joining me. If I didn't call your name, pop up so I can say good night. Yes. Hurry up before this phone dies. Oh, oh, I'm just feeling so happy. Enjoy your life, people. Have a great evening. Bye. And enjoy your garden. Bye.